In 1815, while Napoleon was in exile, Edmond Dantes decides to rescue a woman named Angélie who was stranded in the Mediterranean, despite his captain's orders not to. Angélie was carrying a letter from Napoleon, which was taken by Captain Danglars. When they arrive in Marseille, Danglars reports Edmond's actions to their shipowner Morel, who then dismisses Danglars for not fulfilling his duty to help the survivors. Edmond is promoted to his position. He returns home and shares the news with his fiancée Mercedes and her cousin Fernand de Morcerf, who has feelings for her. Edmond asks Fernand to be his best man at their upcoming wedding. However, on the day of the wedding, Edmond is arrested and accused of being a supporter of Napoleon. He is taken to see Gérard de Villefort, the deputy prosecutor of Marseilles, and maintains his innocence. This leads Villefort to consider releasing him, until Edmond reveals that he knows the true identity of Angélie. Villefort decides to continue detaining Edmond and begins to interrogate Danglars and Cadaris. Villefort, along with Danglars, Fernand and Cadaris, secretly plot to have Edmond imprisoned. Villefort's sister, Angélie, demands Edmond's release and threatens to expose Villefort's affair and illegitimate child with his mistress, Victoria. In order to silence her, Villefort enlists Danglars to get rid of Angélie. Edmond is then sent to the Château d'If, where he meets another prisoner named Abbé Faria. Over the course of 8 years, Faria teaches Edmond various languages, science, and culture. Faria also reveals the location of a massive treasure on the island of Monte Cristo. Before they can escape, Faria is fatally injured. To make his escape, Edmond switches places with Faria's body in a burial sack and is thrown into the sea. He then swims to freedom. Upon returning to Marseille, Edmond discovers that his father has passed away and that Mercedes has married Fernand and moved to Paris. Edmond then makes his way to Monte Cristo, where he finds the hidden treasure. After a year, he reappears as the Count of Monte Cristo, determined to seek revenge. He finds Angélie, who is now dying and working in the sex industry. She confesses that she once tried to expose Villefort's crimes, including his attempt to bury his illegitimate son, André, alive. Angélie saved André and placed him in an orphanage. Edmond takes André in and renames him Prince Andrea Cavalcante, making him an important part of his plans. The Count carries out a series of plots against his enemies, including rescuing Fernand's son, Albert, which earns Fernand's trust. Through Albert, the Count gains access to Baron Danglars and Villefort. He also reunites with Mercedes, who recognizes him despite his altered appearance. Meanwhile, Edmond uses Andrea to charm Eugénie, Danglars' daughter, and introduces Haydée, a stunning woman under his protection, to captivate Albert. Edmond's revenge unfolds with precision. Word spreads of Danglars' fleet disappearing, causing his stocks to plummet. Fernand, using his military intelligence, tells Danglars that the reports are false. Danglars then borrows money from Monte Cristo to make up for his losses, using his assets as collateral. At a trial where Danglars tries to sue the newspaper for defamation, Villefort's illegitimate son, Andrea, reveals himself and exposes Villefort's past crimes. Feeling embarrassed, Villefort leaves the courtroom, sparing his former mistress from scandal. However, André, driven by revenge, kills his father but is shot while trying to escape. Haydée, heartbroken by André's death, blames the Count and turns against him. As Haydée and Albert make plans to leave, the Count confronts them and demands that Haydée tell the truth about Albert's father's betrayal to her own father, Ali Pasha of Janina. Enraged, Albert challenges the Count to a duel. Mercedes begs Edmond to spare her son's life. In the end, Edmond agrees and the duel ends without any bloodshed. He then encourages Haydée and Albert to find happiness together. Mercedes departs from Fernand, who approaches Edmond in a state of desperation. The two engage in a duel, with Edmond ultimately coming out on top. However, he chooses not to end Fernand's life and instead allows him to bear the consequences of his actions. Edmond then departs from his property and sets off on a journey. In a last message to Mercedes, he pens, "All knowledge of the world can be summed up in these two words: wait and hope."